Hey everyone, Alex and Candy here from the Streamline team, giving you information on why having a VA in your corner is one of the best investments that you can make. But today we want to focus specifically on social media and how to manage your social media. Why is it important, right? So Candy, tell me a little bit more about what today's topic is going to be on.
Thank you, Alex. So previously, I think you and Raki talked about like hiring a general virtual assistant. Now we will be talking about specifically for social media managers and what are the benefits for business owners to hire like a social media managers. So let's start off by defining what social media manager is. So a social media manager has access to your social media accounts or channels. They implement a strategy that will bring you more followers or engagement to add like brand awareness to your business over time. So it's really helpful for your business to hire a social media manager so you don't have to take like most of your time to manage your own business. With your experience, Alex, like what can you share to our viewers? What are your experiences when you hire like social media managers?
Yeah, so before I even hired a social media manager, I actually tried to do it on my own. And boy, was that a time sucker, like a time vampire, of
Mhm.
my time. Because it does. When you are trying to run a business and at the same time you want to post about what your business does, right? You want to bring it out there and create ads. And now with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, there's reels, shorts, stories on top of the post. And then when people are posting, you got to comment as well, right? It's one of those things. How can you do both at the same time? Trying to run a business and trying to run social media. As a business owner, you end up spending probably working 40 to 60 hours a week already, and then spending another 20, 40 hours a week easily on managing your social media and brand. So in me trying to do that, that's when I said, you know what, I need to get some help, So that's how I got started with hiring my first social media manager. Now, one of the most important things is because social media is now how a lot of people build brands. A lot of people build businesses based on what their social media is captivating, right? It creates a captivating audience. And as a social media manager, what they're able to do for you is really give you back at least 20 to 40 hours a week and give you ideas, right? Now, why is a brand so important? A lot of people ask me that, So brand is important because you are what your brand stands for. People need to know what you're standing for, what are your cultures, the values, your mission, right? And having a good brand builds trust. Think about, right, Candy, Coca-Cola out there,
Mhm.
right? Or like McDonald's. They build a brand, don't you think?
Yes,
Yeah, they build an amazing
definitely.
brand, no doubt. They're not the best drinks. They're not the best food. Everyone knows it's not good for you,
It's
right?
not healthy.
It's not healthy.
Yes.
Why are they still one of the biggest companies in the world? People understand that when they drink that or when they eat it, that it can cause poor health. But yet they still do it,
Correct.
right? And part of it is the brand that they have, the marketing that they have. And I think that's what's really, really important.
I would agree with that, Alex. One of my favorite drink is actually Coke. So
Oh,
I would agree that it's not good for my health.
and here you are telling
And
us you go
then
to the gym and stuff to try to combat that.
that is correct. That is correct. I would agree. Now, for our viewers, so they're also aware, like how would you create like a social media strategy in your own like experience?
Well, something that you have to do in social media is to plan out your content. See, just like what we do, we plan out our content, right? We're planning things out on what we're talking about. Not so much just let's just rapid fire. When you rapid fire, you're just like a machine gun. You're just spraying all over the place, and it's not going to work. But what you need is a strategy. Okay, what are we talking about this week? What are we going to talk about next week? You planned it out. You get the information for it, right? And now it's like having snipers instead of taking a machine gun and spraying it all over the place. You're going to hit your mark, but it's going to take strategic strategy, right? It'll take time to plan. If you think about sports, for example, right? People in America love watching the NFL. The NFL is about an hour of gameplay, okay? But it takes a whole week, even more, just to plan that hour. Or if you look at a boxer, right? Boxing's big all around the world, 12 rounds, right? And in order to plan for that hour of fight, just say, okay? How long are these boxers training? They're training months for a fight like this. So strategy and executing on the strategy is definitely going to be a key.
That's correct. I would agree to that. And once you have the strategy already, how do you create like brand awareness and authority?
Yeah, I mean, to create brand awareness, you really have to be the expert in your field. Know what you're talking about. No one just wants to listen to someone who just don't know what they're talking about, right? And one of the things that we do is when we work with our clients, even with ourselves, is you find what is your niche. See, you can't just be a jack of all trades. What is it that you specialize in, right? And when people understands what you specialize in, and now you provide content based on what you're specializing in, that now provides value and consistency. See, having a virtual assistant, you're able to plan out what your posts are going to be. Like, hey, let's talk about what's more important to you. What does your brand stand for? And then from there, you create posts and stories and reels that is consistent to your brand.
All right. And so you have the strategy and you already have the brand awareness.
Mm-hmm.
How do you track your marketing efforts, let's say?
Well, your marketing efforts is a lot of times is based on the business that you get, but also how many likes, how many comments are you getting, how many engagements are you getting, right? That's how Facebook is going to track it. What I realize is a lot of business owners, they post, but they don't know, does that post actually, did it work? Did it not work? Is it getting traction? What are other specialists doing out there? And for me, it's when you watch a business owner, it's hard enough running a business, right? But now, when you're running a business, if your social media doesn't keep up with your business, what happens is, yeah, you can do it word of mouth. People are like, well, I'm just a word of mouth. But imagine you having many words and many mouths, right, in social media speaking for you, where people don't necessarily have to speak to you directly. They can see that you're online. And when they see what they're looking for, they're able to click on your content and you're speaking to them directly. I think that's very, very powerful. And a lot of business owners want to do it. But what ends up happening is they end up feeling like they're stuck, having to put another 20 to 40 hours on top of the 60 to 80 hours that they're putting in. They don't have time to sleep. They don't have time to hang out with their family. And now they end up like a slave to their own job. And that's not the reason why you became a business owner to begin with. I can promise you that.
Okay, I would agree. And as a very busy businessman, and as a doctor, you're very busy, and you wanted to value your time. And then also managing your own business, and how would you like strategize, or how or what experiences that you have that tells you that you have, or that was able to save your time when you hired like a social media manager?
Well, it's huge. If you look at our content, right? Just the fact that you, Candy, have prepared the content for the podcast, just the preparation, the research that you do, our values, our goals, and what we're trying to do in terms of streamline is to help other business owners free up time. Just that itself saves me time. And then, for example, I'm here for the recording, right? Now we have someone else who's going to edit the video. You chop it up and then you start posting it on social media. That is hours and hours. The only way how someone would know how much time it saves them is when they've done it themselves, or if they heard someone that they've done it themselves. How many hours would you say, Candy, it takes to edit a video? What do you think? Like a 20-minute
Oh,
video that we do, how long does it take to edit it?
it probably takes like 30 to an hour already. So it's
Yeah,
pretty difficult, time consuming also.
very time consuming, right? It can take easily an hour, 2 hours just to find the content, put it in the video,
Yes,
right? And be able to produce the video and put it live. And now you got to upload it, render it. These are things that people don't really understand if they haven't done it. And they're like, well, how are these people doing it? Well, you have a team. You have a team to do it,
correct.
and you're able to um, really escalate your time and captivate, and you get to invest in your people, right? And making sure that they know what to do. That's where coaching and mentoring comes in as well. So everyone knows what their role is. So that's going to be important.
Hmm. And since you have social media managers already that you hired previously, and also you do have the strategy, and also how do you, or what can you say about like how did hiring like a social media manager generate like more clients or more customers to your business?
Oh, there's no doubt, because when you have more content out there, people are going to see you as someone who is more credible, because, yeah, you did take the time to research and to put the content out there and show people what you know, right? I believe that most business owners are really, really good at their craft. They're really good at doing it. But how do you become really good at showing it? You see, that's going to be a key thing, because it's one thing to do it. How do you let the world know that you are doing what you're doing? That is huge. That is huge. The more people, a lot of times people will say it's who you know, right? But really it's who knows you, right? That's a key thing, no doubt.
All right. Thank you, Alex, for sharing your experience when it comes to hiring a social media manager for your business. Now, let's talk about what does a social media manager do, or what are the tasks that you ask for your social media manager to do every day?
Well, if you think about it, Candy, I'll put you on the spot for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
What what
right.
what is it? Tell everyone here. What is it
Mhm.
that you do for me specifically? Like, tell me about your day.
Well, on a day-to-day basis, we do daily posts for our social media accounts. Since you do have multiple businesses, we create the content and we do our research. We edit the photos and the graphics that we post on our social media accounts. In that way, we can engage more clients or customers to, encourage them to buy, or probably like go to your business. And not only that, we are also we do skill sharing to within the company or within the team. In that way, not only that we know how to do like social media posts, we do other things like customer service. We know how to respond to your inquiries through social medias. That's very important. It's because once your clients or customers are satisfied with their questions, or the questions are answered correctly or easily, then that way they can easily, buy your products and go through your business.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, you see, you just, all the things that you listed is really your day to day,
Yes.
right? And then we have our weekly tasks, we have our weekly meetings. Heck, we have our daily meetings that we
Yes.
meet at 6 a.m. Pacific time every morning. If people ever are wondering how come I can't reach you, Alex, at 6 a.m. in the morning, that's because we're having a team huddle. We're having a team
Yes.
meeting. We're talking about different things, about what each one has done, any struggles that they're dealing with, right? And really, when you look at what does a social media manager do, if you look at the Grant Cardones, the Gary Vaynerchuks, right? They shoot the content. Someone else is even shooting the content,
Mhm.
right? And they are ultimately speaking to people throughout their day. And now their team creates content based on that alone. So when you look at that, it's like, wow, not only do they have content creators, but now they have people who also edits it and then puts that online as well. So it's a lot. It's a full-time job. At least one full-time job per business to
Mhm.
be a social media manager, right? And then eventually you might need to have two people. One person handles the postings and the other person handles the editing. So it really comes down to that, different levels of it.
That's right. It takes teamwork also within the business to also promote our clients' businesses as well. In that way, we gain more clients and more customers as well. We help hand in hand together with our coworkers and also our clients.
Right.
So thank you for sharing your experiences, Alex, and also the tips and sharing with us the benefits of hiring a social media manager. So that's all for today. For our next topic, we will be discussing a lot more interesting things that you should know when it comes to hiring a virtual assistant.
Okay. Thank you so much, Candy. Have a great
All
day.
right. So for those who are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe and see you next time.
See you next time.